Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Jaime. I play bass for the band Pierce the Veil, and you're watching MoreCore.de.
So, you were on tour for a while already. So,
Yes.
how was it?
So far, so good. Yeah, we've been on tour for a little bit. I think we're getting to the halfway point. I think we still have like 4 weeks left. So it's still 3 weeks left. We still have a lot to cover, but it's been awesome. It's our first time headlining in these a lot of these cities, and it's been really, really cool. I think we've always been trying to like build our fan base out here in mainland Europe and in Germany, and it's been a really cool time. Like I said, it's our first time doing these like headline shows, and it's been really, really awesome. And I get to watch Creeper and Let Live every night, so that's awesome too. So great bands, great dudes. Really good tour so far. It's been awesome.
Was there any city which has been sticking out a lot?
I think, I mean, every place is so different in their own like awesome way. I really liked playing in Spain. Spain's always fun. Also because I can speak Spanish, so it's really easy for me to communicate. You know, my German's really bad. So, but no, the Germany shows have been really, really cool. Last night was really awesome. We played Amsterdam, sold out crowd. It was really fun. Those kids love shows out there. So, yeah, I think we're just looking forward to kind of playing to new fans, and then also playing some of the biggest shows we've done in the UK. So we're really excited for that.
That's great. Yeah. So Misadventures is out for a while now. How are the long-term reactions to it?
It's been actually really good, really positive. It took us a little bit longer than the other records to put this one out.
2 years, right?
Yeah, an extra. Yeah, so it was definitely. I think we're just so happy that it's finished, and we're so happy that that it came out the way it did. And then just being able to come back to Europe and the UK and playing new songs. You know, I think it's been a long time. We toured off Collide with the Sky for almost 2.5 years. You know, we were ready for new music. I think fans are ready for new music. So it's going to be a cool show as far as like setting up, you know, bringing old stuff back and then playing new stuff and kind of mixing it in. So it gets harder and harder to make the set list, you know, because you have so many songs.
Yeah, there's so many songs.
Yeah.
Pick from, right?
To pick from, yeah. You're never gonna make everyone happy, but you try your best.
Texas Forever, for example, is one of the fastest songs on the album. Was it a challenge for you to write and play it because it's so rather heavy?
No, I mean, I think we grew up listening to that kind of stuff, that like fast punk rock stuff. So for us, it was kind of almost like we wanted to make a song that was fast and keep kids kind of moving. Every time we write songs, we always think of like, how's it gonna feel live? You know, how's it gonna feel when we play it in front of kids? And I think that was the main goal, to like, let's just get a song so we can just have, you know, start a circle pit and keep it going. So that was the intention for that song, and it came out awesome. It started out, yeah, it is definitely the fastest song we've ever played and ever wrote. So we're happy with it, and we love playing it live. It's fun.
I'm looking forward. So, what does Misadventures mean to you? That word by itself.
Misadventures, it means I think it's kind of both. It's kind of got both meanings behind it. It's like it's a positive meaning because it's still an adventure, but it's also got the negative because it was not really the most ideal thing. So I think that kind of just relates to the way the record was made and how we went in with this idea to make this album, and it really didn't go as planned. It kind of went all over the place as far as what we normally would do. So it was a definitely unorthodox way of making a record. You know, cutting songs in the studio, writing 2 brand new songs in the studio, having a couple of tours, like Warped Tour, going out with Sleeping with Sirens, like right in the middle of the studio. Like, it was a lot of things that we've never done on an album. So I think Misadventures is a perfect title for it, and I think that's what it was. I think it was a misadventure, but it's still, you know, adventure's still in there, so it kind of works.
All right. So for example, there's a song on it called Circles, which is relating to the attacks of Paris. Is that your way to cope with such situations and such happenings, to write like a rather funny sounding song about it?
Yeah, I mean, I think for us, obviously what happened in Paris was horrible, and it was such a, like, we felt it all the way in the States. It was such a big thing that everyone kind of like realized that it was like such a terrible thing that we tried to, like, it was weighing on us, and we try to make something positive out of it. So the song is kind of not necessarily about that. It's more about two kids at the show helping each other, and just like helping each other it could be anything, a bad situation or whatever. So I think that's where we kind of wanted to get out of it and make it more of a fun song, and keep a positive light, and be like, this is, and obviously when we made the video, it was the same kind of deal. We're trying to escape something that's, so it's just about helping people.
Talking about the video, it looked like you had a lot of fun recording it. So when you look like when you watch these after movies or whatever it is, so it looked like you had a lot of fun.
That was a really fun video to make. We made that in one day. It was like a 19-hour day. Wow. It was a long day, and we had a lot of fun. We had our a guest appearance from Matt Pinfield, who used to be a radio DJ for MTV and stuff, and he had his own show. He's had his own podcast. Really, really awesome dude, Matt Pinfield. So that was awesome. We got to hang with him all day, and yeah, I mean, the whole video was just us kind of going through this crazy hotel of nonsense. So it was definitely fun for us to make that one.
Okay, so the artwork of it kind of looks like a Switzerland knife. What is it called? Like a
Swiss Army knife, yeah.
Yeah. So and it has like a lot of symbols on it. Is that symbols for yourself and for your music, or? Yeah,
I think the art was based off of originally it started like hand-drawn flyers back then, when we used to go to shows and play shows and stuff. Like, you would go with your friends and pass out your handmade flyers, and it's all hand-drawn and
from the coffee shop.
Yeah, from the coffee shop. Yeah. So we kind of took that idea of like a hand-drawn, and then we started making this this kind of like knife concept with all these different parts, and each part kind of represents lyrics of the song. It relates to.
Can you give an example?
There's a little, on one of them, you see like a little rocket with a little man shooting off into space, and one of the lyrics is, talking about getting in a rocket and going off into space, and that, I think it was just, that sometimes you can just want to just say F it and just leave and be alone and just do your own thing, so I think that's where it kind of relates. But every song has its own little piece, and it makes sense, it's
okay.
If you really go into it, you can have a whole day of exploring and finding new little arts and stuff. But that's what we wanted to do. Our fans are very meticulous. They're very,
and also it's fun to get into it.
Yeah. So they really have a good time doing that, and it's it turned out awesome. And I think that's what the whole point was, to be a hand drawn thing that looks.
It definitely sticks out. So, do you have a favorite song on the album?
Do I have a favorite song on the album? It's like,
hard to say. It's not fair.
Like, who's your favorite kid? Who's your favorite child?
Oh yeah. No.
No. It's I like playing. You know what? I like Dive In a lot. This is the first track of the record. We actually open with that, and to me it's one of those songs that when we were making our albums and making music and stuff, it was always kind of hard to tell. Like, if someone's like, oh, what do you guys sound like? And you're like, oh, hear this song. And you'd always have to be like, well, you have to listen to like 3 of our songs to kind of know what we do, because some songs are soft, some songs are fast, some songs are, so I think with Dive In is a perfect example of what Pierce the Veil sounds like in one song.
Because it got it all, right?
Because it has every aspect of it. It has like really fast stuff, it has really heavy stuff, it has really pretty stuff. So I think it was, to put a 6-minute long song as the first song was a very ambitious move, but I think it turned out awesome, because I think you can listen to that song and be like, okay, I know who.
It doesn't get boring. Sometimes you have a really long song and you will be like, yeah, all right.
Yeah, it's got a lot of parts, and I think it's one of those songs that when we were in the studio making it, it felt good the entire time, so we left it.
That's awesome. Okay, so who of you would most likely get left behind at a gas station, and for what reason?
Who would be most likely in our band?
Yes.
Who would like?
Or whoever's working for you.
Oh man, I don't know. It's probably in between Mike or Tony. Maybe Tony. because they just like sneak off and they just don't tell anyone what they're doing. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's a tie between them, but that's just because they're always up to something. So. Okay, up to something.
Right. Did anything like that ever happen? Like any situation where somebody got left behind or lost?
It's happened. I've been lost. We've all been left behind in some way, shape, or form.
You made it to Cologne, so
we made it here, yeah. So, but it's hard sometimes because you have to, when you're on tour, you're with 14 or 15 other people, and if the buses leave or you could be somewhere. It's very easy. Yeah. The rate of getting left behind on being on tour goes up a lot. Yeah. So it could happen to you. You never know.
I'm never getting lost.
Always have a buddy. Always have a riding buddy.
Yeah, or at least tell the driver, I'm off for Thailand.
Get a packing buddy. You don't have one, get one.
What do you do if there's no Wi-Fi when you get to the venue?
There's no Wi-Fi. In Europe, it makes it very difficult, but what we all do is we get SIM cards, so we have a little bit of data. But Wi-Fi nowadays, it's so essential for communicating with the world. Like Wi-Fi, you can use Wi-Fi for telephone calls, FaceTime. Yeah. Call all your buddies back home, your ladies. Yeah, but other than that, for the most part, we're pretty busy doing all kinds of other things, so we try to stay busy. So. Yeah.
Do you ever do sightseeing in the towns you've been to before?
When we first came to Germany and all those places, we did a bunch of we would walk around and stuff. It gets a little trickier when there's a bunch of kids everywhere outside, so that gets trickier. But we still try to sneak out and explore and stuff. It just depends on where you're at and where the venue is according to the city. Amsterdam's a perfect example of
Was it Melkweg?
Yeah, it was Melkweg. So of course,
yes.
Of course, yeah. So it's
awesome place.
Melkweg is located in the city center, so you literally have to just walk out of the venue and you're there. So some places it's more
right in front of a coffee shop, an Irish pub,
or whatever. Yeah, go to the Irish pub. Yeah, we were at the Irish pub last night, and it was it's right across the street almost. So it's a little bit more convenient that way, as opposed to waiting for an Uber or a taxi or something and driving and stuff. So it depends where we're at.
Okay. Who's your man crush?
My man crush. Who's my man crush? Does he have to be in a band, or does he have to be?
Doesn't matter. Whoever.
My man crush.
Actor.
Actor. I don't know. No, I like a lot of actors. I'm gonna say Jason from Let Live.
Okay. Yeah.
He
because he goes wild.
He goes wild, and he's just always doing moves. The other day I was talking to him, and I was like, do you do anything before you get ready for the show? And he goes, sometimes I watch a little James Brown. And I'm like, what? And he shows me his phone. He's watching James Brown do this weird move, and I'm like, that's good inspiration right there. That's good. He's got good moves.
Yeah. All right. If you were a Disney princess, which one would you be?
A Disney princess. Which one? Yeah. Which one would I be? That's a good one. That's a good question. I don't know. Snow White, maybe. Who's the
Snow White is the one which lives in the forests with the...
Cinderella? I don't know. One of the... They're all good. I'll be Belle. Why not? Beauty and the Beast.
Okay. Falling in love with it.
Yeah.
Okay. Which 3 apps did you use last? On your phone? Which 3 apps did you use last?
What free apps I use? There's this game that we've all been playing, and it started free, and then with each installment, you pay for it. But a game called The Room. If you haven't heard of it, you should look into it. It's awesome, and the whole idea of it is you're trying to get. You start off in this room, and they show you a big box, and the box is a bunch of different puzzles that you have to try to unlock to get out of the room.
Oh, it's like escape games, but on your phone. Oh my god, there's a real life one.
I heard about that. Yeah. See, I've always wanted to do that, but it's just on your phone. You're trying to get out of this, and you open one thing to open another thing, and then all of a sudden you find a little tool that you're like, I don't know what this is, but then 3 minutes later you go, that's what it's for. It's crazy.
That's great.
So the first one's free, and then it's $1 and then $2 for each series of the game. But it's a really good game. I recommend you look into it.
So, and I guess the other 2 will be WhatsApp and whatever.
Yeah, probably. I use probably Instagram and my messaging one, whatever.
Always stay connected.
Always stay connected.
Okay, what's your 3 favorite German words?
My 3 favorite German words. Well, 9. That's a good one. 9. Yeah, it's just strong. I like Danke. Just sounds so nice. And then Auf Wiedersehen.
Oh, okay.
Those are good ones.
All right.
I love those.
What's next? What's the next step for Pierce de Veil?
The next step for Pierce de Veil, like what do we do after this, or we just in general? We finish up this tour in the UK, playing some crazy venues that we've never played before. Obviously, we want to come back to Europe and the UK and start really hitting like we're doing like the Rock 'em Park, Rock 'em Ring, and doing festivals like that, just because we really want to try to like build our fan base and I think for us we've always loved Germany. It's just so you have to work at it. You know, you can't just show up and be, you have to kind of, work at it. And I think we're ready to do that and play some of the bigger festivals and just, do stuff that we've never done before like that. So we're really excited for that and hope to see all the kids soon.
They're already there.
Yes.
There's a bunch of them outside already. Do you have a message to your German fans?
Message to the German fans. We have a new record out. It's called Misadventures. If you don't have it, please, you will. And also, I love your country. You're very nice people, and I'll see you soon.
All right. Thanks a lot. Auf Wiedersehen.